We are live. What's going on, y'all? Very good to be here. We are back. It's the Honey Badger Hour. We are live from the studio. We got a big one coming up. UFC 303. Who you guys got? What are your predictions for the fight? Do you think that Yuri Prochazka has what it takes to defeat the UFC 205-pound champion in Alex Pereira? Alex Pereira with a stellar record. Okay, coming in off a knockout win at UFC 300 off of, and as well as we also got Yuri Prochazka also coming off a win at UFC 300. So both guys just recently fought not too long ago, taking the fight on short notice after Conor McGregor, and at the same time, Conor McGregor and Um, Michael Chandler's canceled. Alex Pereira steps up on short notice to take on Yuri Prochazka. This is a tough fight to tell, guys. I'm not sure who we got on this one. Yuri Prochazka might be living that samurai lifestyle. All right. Seems like he's always grinding, he's always getting after it. And at the same time, you got you got Alex Pereira, who's also been traveling a lot, training. Seems like he's always in shape, always ready to go. He's always training, always sparring with all his guys. So, man, in the fight that we just saw not too long ago, all right, Alex Pereira knocked out Yuri Prochazka before, but here's the catch with that fight: Yuri Prochazka was doing his thing. He was landing strikes. He had it. It looked like he had Alex Pereira hurt a couple times, and he was able to take him down in the round one. He's able to take him down in the first round. So maybe he can learn from his mistakes, utilize a new game plan, and implement that against Alex Pereira. And maybe he's been. Now, I think the question for this fight is going to be who's in better shape. Do you guys think that Alex Pereira stays in more better shape year round, or does Yuri Prochazka stay in better shape year round? I'm not too sure. Why don't you guys put some? I want you to let me know if you're in the chats right now and you're listening. Let me know what you think. Do you think Yuri Prochazka has what it takes to dethrone Alex Pereira, or do you think Alex Pereira will once again knock out Yuri Prochazka, remaining the light heavyweight champion? It's a tough fight, guys. It's a tough fight. I'm telling you right now. Let's check it out. Let's see who else we got on this card. All right. I know we got the Brian Ortega is back in another tough fight for Brian Ortega. All right, we're gonna see what he's got taking on Diego Lopez. This guy's a real killer. All right, this guy's a monster in himself. All right, Diego Lopez. All right, has put in some serious work. Let's see what let's check out the Carfax on our boy Diego here. All right, so man, his only loss in the UFC is to Masvidal Evolov, who's really tough, and he took that fight on 1 week notice, and he put Masvidal in some trouble. All right, so his only loss is a decision on short notice in the UFC. So this guy's on fire right now. He's been knocking people out. All right, he had that crazy knockout over Sadiq Yusuf. All right, he also knocked out Pat Sabatino. All right, and he submitted Gavin Tucker. All right, his only loss in the UFC is to Movsar Evilov. All right, in 2023, and looks like here in May of 2023. All right, so he's only been in the UFC for a little bit, and he's already got a really tough fight. If you can dethrone Brian Ortega, if you can dethrone Brian Ortega in impressive fashion, this could be a huge one for you. All right. Now, Brian Ortega is no joke and is no slouch. All right. Only has a couple losses in the UFC. His only loss to champions, it looks like. Let's see here. His last fight, he had a crazy war against Yair Rodriguez, ends up submitting him. All right. And before that, he lost by kind of default to Yair Rodriguez when he went for a takedown and blew his shoulder out. So, man, yeah, Brian Ortega is on a new tip right now. Very tough fight to tell, guys. Very tough. It's a big step up for Diego Lopez. That's the catch here. All right. It is a big step up for Diego Lopez. So I'm not sure how we feel about that. It's a big step up in competition from his last fight, for sure, for sure, for sure. Even though Sadiq Yusuf's no joke, all right, that guy's no cakewalk in the park, right? That's a high level contender right there as well. So it's a tough one to tell, guys. To be fair, all right. Brian Ortega is known. Look, man, he submitted Yair Rodriguez off a long time off, okay, and when he fought Korean Zombie, he was piecing him up, looking good on his hands. So it's a tough one, guys, but I'm gonna have to say I got Oof, I don't know, man. These all this. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, this whole UFC 303 fight card, because of Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka, a short notice. There's a lot of wild factors in that one. And this fight, two guys that are primarily submission fighters. All right, both are submission guys. Diego Lopez is actually the coach to a lot of UFC fighters. Okay, and then Brian Ortega is a jiu-jitsu whiz. He's still snatching up submissions at the highest level against the very best. Okay, just coming off a submission win off of Yair Rodriguez after taking a little bit of a licking. So he shows how tough he is, how much dexterity, and that he still got it and he's still hungry. He said he made the changes. He did the Eagle turnaround. Supposedly that story is not true. So that Eagle story, guys, is a falsity. That's what they're saying. But listen, it doesn't matter. All right. He believed in it. He believes it's the rebirth for him. So I'm excited to see what the future has in store. But for coming up this week, we got Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. I wouldn't be surprised if Diego Lopez kept it striking and outstruck Brian Ortega. So I got Diego Lopez. Let's see, guys. I'm probably gonna have to go. Let's see, guys. I'm probably gonna have to go with this one. I'm probably gonna have to go Diego Lopez, 3-round decision. All right. But like I said, no sure things on this fight card. This is a super fight. This is a very hard fight card to predict. All the fights are razor close. Okay. Roman Dolidze. All right, this next fight I got rolling off of Anthony Smith. This is a really tough one. But Roman is a grinder. He's a little bit younger. Anthony Smith, not really impressed by him, to be fair, in his last few fights. I'm not sure if he took this fight on short notice, asshole. But, man, Anthony Smith still slanging and banging with the best film. He's coming off a big upset, submitting that guy in the last UFC card in 301 in UFC Brazil. All right. Shut the whole world off. Anthony Smith, fresh though. He just fought. All right. Coming off a victory, so he might be feeling himself. This is a guy who feels like he's on rolling on. Maybe he could be feeling like he's playing with free money right now. He's coming off that nice win at UFC 301, which was not too long ago. He stayed in shape. He's doing his thing. He's gonna get some money. Let's see here. So 35 years old, man. Yo, not too old. Anthony Smith. A lot of fights for 35 years old, man. Listen, I'm 38, 37, and I'm still rocking and so I feel great. So Anthony Smith is out there doing his thing. But he is going to be taking on the younger, more experienced fighter in Rolando. Okay, Roman. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, Roman. Never seen this fight, to be fair. So I feel bad going against Anthony Smith on a guy that, ooh, very interesting. So he lost to Nasrin Imavov, okay, and he lost to Marvin Vettori. So he lost to Marvin Vettori by decision. Marvin Vettori, a true blue 205er. So you also able. Oh, here we go. So Roman is also 35 years old. All right. A little bit cleaner record, probably has a lot less miles. So I would say he's a little bit different 45 than Anthony Smith. That's for sure. We've seen Anthony Smith in some wars. Anthony Smith has got like 15. I mean, Anthony Smith has over 50 fights. So that experience is definitely going to go a long way. Having that experience, he's right. He's got more losses than Roman has fights. So very good fight here now. The only catch is Roman is also coming off of 2 losses. So you got a confident Anthony Smith, all right, coming off a win, taking on a Roman, 35 years old, coming off of 2 losses, 2 tough losses, 2 decisions, didn't really get stopped. And in that Jardine fight, it was an majority decision. So somebody gave him the fight. So that's a tough one, guys. Tough one to tell. But, man, it's going to be hard to go against Anthony Smith. But I would think I could see Roman a little bit more cleaner with the wrestling, being able to grind him out and stay on top and win via decision. All right. And then for our next one to start off tonight, who we got starting off this puppy? Let's see here, guys. Let's get back in this game. Now the next fight is really tough one to tell. All right. We got Ian Machado Gary taking on Michael Venom Page. This is a hard fight. I'm not too sure, guys. This is a tough one. This is one that I've been thinking about all day. All right. Michael Venom Page, very unorthodox, in and out, super dangerous, and has 2 losses in his career. Okay. So he's got a really high level record. Okay. And he beat a very tough guy. He was in and out, moving and grooving on Kevin Holland, did his thing. So the question is, we don't know how legit Ian Machado Gary is. That's the problem. Okay. Ian Machado Gary, we've seen him rocked before. We've seen him dropped a little bit, but he's got the thing with Ian Machado Gary is that he's been training at Nova União with Charles Oliveira. All right. He doesn't seem like the brightest tool in the sharpest tool in the shed, but he just beat Geoff Neal, super high level guy. He just beat Neil Magny, super high level guy. He beat Keenan Song with punches. All right, I know Keenan Song. Keenan Song is a high level striker, fighting for a long time in the UFC for a long time, a wily vet. So, I mean, this guy is a seasoned vet. He's been slowly being brought up the rankings. Has a lot of hype on him. A lot of stuff. People, all right. I would love to see how he did with Vincent Luque, but the fact how he was able to piece up Geoff Neal is very impressive. But here's the thing, guys: Geoff Neal is not the striker that Geoff Neal is not the striker that Ian Machado Gary. I'm sorry, that Michael Venom Page is. Michael Venom Page is a sniper. All right, Michael Venom Page will come at you. He'll throw them things. He's no joke. All right, so that's the only catch with Michael Venom Page, guys. He is legit. All right, and you got to be careful with a guy like that, a guy that good. All right, so Michael Venom Page. Let's see what he's got here. Actually, let's try something here, guys. What happens if we do this? Oh, here we go. Look at this. All right. So here we go, guys. We got Michael Venom Page taking on Yuri Prochazka. All right. I'm sorry. My bad. Boys, brain farting. The joint's kicking in. So let's check out Michael Page's record here. All right. Michael Venom Page. All right. Michael Venom Page, 22-2. That's a crazy record. All right. That right there, that record alone is scary. Okay, guys. Has not had many losses. He lost to Lima. Okay. And he lost Logan Storley. See, I don't even know who this guy is. All right. That's a game changer, guys. So he has lost. Tough one, guys. Tough one. Man, I don't know. But to tell you, boys, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Michael Venom Page has what it takes to take out Ian Machado Gary? Or you think because Ian Machado Gary is a UFC vet, because he's been in the game for so long, because he's been younger, he's 12 years younger, and he considers himself the new breed? I know when we were in the UFC PI, he was training with us there, got some rolls in. He's very high level, man. This guy's a real student in the game. And he's been working his striking with the best guys in the world right now over there at Nova União. So I got to go with Ian Machado on this one, guys. I got to go with Youth. I think Youth takes the cake. Anyways, I've had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next time, all right? UFC 303, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. If you want to see some more, we just did a trial run right now. First time opening up the camera. It's good to talk to you guys. All right. Let me know what you want to break down next, and we're going to keep playing around. Peace, love, chicken grease. Always train hard, and I'll see you guys next time. Boom.